everyone's wondering about the different parts or the differences between, say, like judo and Chinese wrestling. So check this out. Okay, so actually Cindy here is more looking more like the Chinese wrestler than I am, because usually we'll wear some kind of pants, right? You don't have to wear like gi pants like Japanese stuff, because it's not Japanese. But we wear wrestling shoes as well, so like how we're both wearing. And then you'll wear a vest similar to this. So I just want to throw in a note where it's like China's so large, just like the United States, so they actually have different regional styles of wrestling, but quite often this vest wrestling is what people call Chinese wrestling, or Chinese, even in Chinese, they call it China style wrestling. So it's with the vest. Okay, so the vest, again, it's like pretty open, right? It's almost like you're just adding some extra handles to your body. So and you can grab any part. You can also grab the legs, you can do ankle picks, but the main thing is that it's almost similar to sumo, where you don't want to fall over with them and you don't want to touch the ground, but you can like do ankle picks, you can grab the belt, any part, you can grab any part of the lapel, all the way down to the bottom of the vest, you grab the sleeves, collar, and of course, you can grab wrists, elbows, all that stuff, headlocks, right? Of course, you can't pull hair, right? Just like any normal like sport kind of wrestling. So that's why like Chinese wrestling is a lot more free, because it's still wrestling, but with the vest, it gives you just a little more things to grab onto, but it's definitely not like the main thing. They're not always thinking about like, oh, you got to set up stuff like, say with judo, how they have like long sleeves. So a lot of times people are trying to grab fabric. In Chinese wrestling, it's not the biggest concern. It'd be great to get a handle, but not necessary. A lot of times it is about, like, say, like getting wrist control, setting up. Maybe then you can do some kind of grab on the collar, and or even a lot of times there's arm drags, not even worrying about getting the fabric. Right. So I think it's one of the biggest differences, like just on the outset, right? So they will look more like Cindy than I am, because a lot of times they won't be wearing shorts, but I think there's really no regulation against it. Could be, but I've never really seen that. They just have me wearing shorts today. So hopefully that gives you a little more of a better understanding, right? And also the stance. Traditionally, you will be in a more wrestling stance, as opposed to, say, judo is really reliant on, and a lot of judo people might get mad when I say this, but they're very reliant on you being upright. I think that's why judo tends to work well in like MMA, because you're fighting and you're striking and you're much more upright. Chinese wrestling, you should be in more of a wrestling stance, so you're going to be lower, right? So you're going to be like that, right? Chances are you might of course, there's strategy where you want to maybe get your opponent more upright so you can get under them to do a lot of the hip throws and stuff. But a lot of the training is like requiring you to get lower than them. So even if they are low, right, they want you to train so that you can lower your level to even below them. Right? So there's a lot of training like that. So it is definitely more wrestling-like, but just with more handles. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment. If you want to know more, I think we'll try to do some videos, some technique videos for you. So I guess we'll see you in the next video right down there.